and then they have to reel it in. They're going to get hammered. So you could hold pad in front and kind of simulate a wall that she doesn't want to hit. So it's going to show. The side here is serving like she has a wall in this position. If she had a wall here, she won't go too far out into that broken arm position. Does that make sense? And then go around the head. Yeah. Okay. So one way, then the other way. That's it. Okay. Locking your arms and coming back. That's it. That's the one we're going to use in the serve. Your feet together or your feet apart. The only thing that I ask is please don't do this. Yeah, they don't concentrate because it's so easy. It's not that this is hard. This is get the practice of cleaning. Yes. That's it. A lot of women tend to have very flexible shoulders. They kind of tend to whip around, and then they have to whip back on each one. And that's prematurely fatiguing the shoulder. So when you're pressing, I want, when I'm here, this connection. I don't want to be here. I want to be here. Then it will move, but I start with that platform body weight. My ribs start to come forward, but it was already moving through. I got basically through that sticking point near the ear. So you need to work to keep this. That's not pulled back. That's not packed. Okay? That's a steel door, right? Okay? That's packed. See the difference?
Have you seen the videos lately that's going on Facebook? It's like things that trainers
yeah.
hear and things that trainers. They're so funny because they're so true.
Yes.
It's hysterical. But so work on a seated press. Get to a seated position with the back nice and straight. First, and he's just like, he's in lotus. He's just talking back and forth, back and forth. It's not bothering him at all. I thought to myself, just easy. Just getting to the spot where it starts to kind of come off. The arm is coming off. And then, as I get up to here, I hit the insert, I put my hand through, and it comes to rest in fixation, which is where it's locked out. Go around, and then I bring it down. So, I'm here, and then I just lead with the pinky and drop it. Right? Here. Okay?
So is your elbow coming into your side?
A little bit more. Yes, perfect, right there. Good, got it. Okay. So, just do a few. Now you're not doing it because you're doing very good.
I do differently every time.
Okay, well, keep doing it. Eventually we'll get to it. Down and up. Yeah, and up. Yeah, again. That's it. Yeah, and again. Okay, see? That is very common, and that also could cause problems for your shoulder. Especially if you're very mobile, it's not a big deal, but if you had a very stiff shoulder and a heavy weight, it's going too far back, right? So what we need to do is we need to just try tawny, then taking a one-arm swing overhead. As the weight starts to come down, they may have initiated from the pinky very nicely and be doing a few things that are very nice, but they started to push their hips back in anticipation of the bell coming back. And what's going to happen then is the hip is already back and the weight will come to about here. Coming forward, my foot coming up, that directly affects the weight. So what I need, catch it and throw it back. It's just like somebody throwing something to you. You're catching it and then tossing it, right? But you're waiting. Okay?
The line
it went up and there was no big feeling on your head. It should feel easy. Since it's designed to do many times, doing a couple should feel like, let's say for the snatch, and I bring it up. Now the weight is up, my body is underneath, it's stacked under my body. I'm trying to relax the hand, I'm trying to relax everything. When I lower the bell, if I lower the bell directly in front, into this zone, what's holding the weight up? Shoulder. Yeah, my head and my trunk are forward. So that's on the opposite side of the line. So this goes into the blue, and this part goes into the red, right? When I bring it up, and I got it balanced, we're on the line. When I'm coming down, the weight is going back. It'll help in the insert. Right? Because you see this. I've seen people teach like that. They don't know what they're going to say next. And they have no clue because there's no real plan. So the plan to me is always the same. Like if you notice, I've been doing it all day. I say what I'm going to do. I show you what it is. Then I say something about it. And then I break it down and you start to do it.
So I'm going to show you what we're going to do now.
even on a snatch. Sometimes right. Yeah. Trick with this thing.
to try that, just to kind of get one hand over the other one, hard to teach it to you, because I could always do it. Since I could always do it, you're better off asking myself, because he had to learn how to do it. Down, squeeze, come back up. Okay? Simple enough. Now, you try to get the floor. Then come back up. So that should make it a little bit easier for you, right?
Look ahead, coming back up.
Yeah, glutes as you come back up. Squeezing your glutes as you come up moves this all up, as opposed to hanging down here and then just lined up like props on a plane, so that I have that support for the load, especially if I'm able to touch the floor. Okay? You can also make an argument for more anatomical breathing, that as you're bending and you're coming down, you're going to exhale, and then you're going to come up. And if you're able, just come over, right? Go over to the other foot. You can do that. You're sufficiently bending here. See how that feels across here, okay? Try it for the women. It's like a church in here. If somebody's got sort of like mobility issues in the shoulder and things, it can be a good thing, depending on the nature. Take a look. For those of you who don't know the Turkish get-up, okay? So we're here. Okay, back down. And then back. And then bring it to you, kind of like you're babying it onto, right? Your legs, not so close together like this, but this one should be out. Nice wide base. Press the bell up. Start to drive off of this foot. This one you're going to push, and you're going to come up at an angle. So you're rolling to your side and then coming up. Okay? Come to the elbow and come to the hand. So the whole time you're looking up at your hand. So you're looking up at the kettlebell. Lift the hip. Take your foot back. Here you have to have a packed shoulder. Okay? Remember we covered packed shoulder before? Pull it in, packed shoulder, get into the lunge. Still looking up. Come up. You look in front now, take the tension off the neck. Now you can put your leg in front. Lower back slowly. Roll back down. Bring your arm in. Okay? What's the purpose? Why not do this?
Far enough to make that triangle down there is because this is not enough.
Good. You're breathing. Pressure.
Okay? And you're trying to get your stomach towards the floor. Turn your nose back here. So you're having to stabilize the shoulder.
Yeah, so that person shouldn't teach anyone. And you would never put 88 pounds down like that, would you? No. 88 pounds, I would go like this, pull it onto me, right? Okay, then I would make sure I was positioned before I even thought about pressing. When I'm just bringing it down, I would bring 88 pounds down, like that, close to the body.
Like around the back here.
Well, it's just dragging it across the floor, you know? Or in this case, it would be dragging it across the back. And so it's only got two exercises. It has kettlebell two-hand swing and a tuck jump burpee. And the tuck jump burpee jump, and try to clip the inside of your bicep with your knees, if at all humanly possible. If not, just kind of do the standard jump up burpee. I would prefer.
workout that are safe and are looking good.